Welcome, SASANS, to this week's episode of SASANS and Dragons. I am Magnus Beasticus, your dungeon master for the evening. Joining me as our adventurers on this adventurer. To my right, your left.
Good evening. I am Rami. I play Valkyr in Victoria, fallen Asimar cleric of the 8th level of the Death Domain.
Each level when you watch this or listen. Maximus playing Herchek Bane, level 8 barbarian Goliath.
Goliath.
I thought he was going to say it. Goliath.
Googleith. For the Blood God.
My name is Enzer, and I play Timerius, male grey dwarf, Durdagar, sorcerer, wild mage, level 8. Who am I?
And I'm Luna, and I play Thunkey Beerby, a level 8 druid female mountain dwarf.
Interesting reaction. But what does it mean?
What does it mean? All right. When we last left our adventurers, they were traversing the Incinder Forest Northward in search of Ild Fjell, the city of giants. While navigating up the mountainscape, Thunkey had overheard Yurg whispering to himself. She had decided to keep this to herself while also maintaining tabs on Yurg if it were to happen again and what it might mean. Our party now finds themselves in front of a massive macabre tree with two pyre bears at its defense, walking down intimidatingly. This is where you guys find yourselves now, as giant arm by giant arm of these pyre bears, step by step, are walking down very menacingly after they had just almost crawled out of the tree when they were previously just shapes carved into the wood.
I would like to roll a history check.
Okay. What are you trying to historate?
Whatever information earlier was going to be given to me.
Nope. She's
Wow.
gonna do it anyway.
10.
You don't know what macabre means.
Trooper Macabre? What?
I'm going to yell out to the bears. And I'm going to be like,
Yeah, you're the only one that can talk to him.
I'm going to say, Warkarsh, Abernish, I can help you get your blood that you need. And then I'm going to look for any type of recognition on their faces.
The one to the right, the one that came out of the tree first, says,
"The one who speaks the wild tongue knows of our names. She must hear the lady."
and the one on the left says,
"Witch in trickery, we serve the severed now. Now we feed on their meat. To serve the severed, or the shackled."
and the one on the left goes,
"Hunger beckons to serve the severed. They will go into our bellies."
and the one on the right just grumbles. The one on the left starts stomping down towards you guys as he bares his teeth as it's just barely containing this sort of flickering fire pressing up against the inside of his mouth. And the other one sort of pauses for a second and then goes down with him as they're about, at this point, 15 feet away from you guys. The ground is rumbling.
Herchek's like slowly just like casually stepping back towards Wenzel.
Leaves burning and moss underneath each of their paw prints, both growling,
I'm
looking at
like
you.
elbowing him, saying like, tidal wave, tidal wave.
Look! Look, a lot of blood! That way! It just ran off! Over there! See? Blood! Roll a performance check. Oh no, sorry, roll a deception check.
2.
I smell blood, and it's right in front of me.
Wait, can we understand? We can't understand him. It's just.
Oh yeah, Thunkey is the only one. As you, as everybody else, just hears these sort of grumbling. Both bears looking at each other, and one looking slightly confused as they're just making their way down to you. And I want everybody
Can I look around and see if there's any dead
They're
bodies
talking
anywhere?
about the shackled.
roll a
and
perception check.
The severed. I don't know who these people are.
And again, this tree is it's almost got blood dripping down its massive sides, with all of the bodies hanging in its limbs, and just almost pieces of flesh wrapped around some of the boulders that have. If you remember, it's almost as though this tree had been a part of an avalanche of boulders just falling rock slide, as part of a portion of the mountain had crashed down and almost just barreled down around this tree.
I'm gonna turn to Yurgi. I'm gonna be like, Yurgi, do you hear this woman that they speak of? The woman in the wind?
I do not hear anything but the terrifying grumbles of these creatures. What are we to do?
Run.
What was your perception check?
13.
You see again just the sort of massive. It's almost like it's creating their own shadows. That's how many bodies there are in the tops of the trees, and just drips of blood on a lot of the boulders. And you can see a particularly large pool of blood to the right side of the main entrance, a little bit around the tree. It's almost like a stream of blood coming out.
Do I see any dead bodies?
You see a bunch of
A lot of dead bodies.
of pieces of dead bodies where you are currently.
There's no like
out
fully
of
intact
the
ones?
rocks, on top of the rocks. Some you can even see sort of in the small portion of tightly woven roots. You can see what look to be like figures stuck in between the spaces.
I'm gonna.
So could I? Is there?
And
like,
now, as the left one bellows out,
Time to die.
fire just roiling outside of his teeth, and I want everybody to roll initiative.
Damn it.
At what point can I?
As they are 10
unleash-
feet away from the majority of the group right now, with Vark here standing backwards. Tim, you do have Tidal Wave as a reaction, so that can be the first thing that you do.
Please do it.
Sweet.
12.
12? Okay.
Okay. So
Oh, and,
wait, we're gonna roll the stuff. Initiative? Are we doing that?
yeah, initiative.
This is
Initiative!
we die. We die. Oren's obliteration.
Where's initiative on this?
Yeah, I don't see it over anymore.
It's just your dexterity. Add your
Oh,
add
that's
your
it?
add your
Dex
dex mod.
mod.
And
That shouldn't be.
Quetzal goes, nope, no, I can't. Vark here, you're gonna protect me, right?
Oh, there we go. Initiative's right there in combat. Okay.
Hold on. I think I have something that gives me advantage.
14.
Yeah, I do. I have advantage on initiation.
Okay.
From Feral Instinct. If you want to look it up. 13.
Wasn't your other one 17?
No, my other one was 12.
Oh, much better.
Yeah. 14.
All right, so 28 to 25.
20.
20.
Playing footsies with me.
Tim, you will be you have your reaction, and you also have, your reaction can only be Tidal Wave, and you're also the first. So you can do 2 rapid fire things if you want. Next, 15 to 20.
I don't know when I got 14.
You two both got 14. You'll go at the same time.
No, I got 13.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Thanks, though.
and King Oren comes to save us.
Not this time, I'm afraid.
The kids.
10
save
to
us.
15? 5 to 10.
6.
Tim, you are up as fire is now just out of the left bear's mouth, as he is but 10 feet away from you, and you are all clustered together, with the exception of Arkir.
I'm gonna yell, "Yeah, baby!" and outstretch my arms, and then like you'll start to see water surging on both sides, and then I'm gonna like as it's billowing out of nowhere but the sides, and then I'm gonna clap my hands together and call upon the water to basically try and like crush them in 2 walls of water.
Okay, roll an Arcana. Well, actually, sorry, what do they roll?
That's a good question. It's probably dexterity. Oh, so I go to equipment.
Might be
teardrop,
strength.
tidal wave, dex.
Dex save.
Gotta be a 16. That's pretty good.
Well, that's pretty neat.
As you the teardrop staff starts billowing out this coursing water, flowing along the sides of them, and then creating these giant walls of just undulating water. Both bears look to the sides of them, and you just slap your hands shut as the force of water closes in on them. One bear just turns, the right one, and breathes fire down on the ground, so it starts arcing up before him as you just see steam. And it makes a wall out of the water as flame shoots out the other end, and he steps through it. You just see this wall of water wash over the other one, creating a similar amount of steam as the water flows up the ramp and almost reaches the entrance to the tree, and just slides all the way down like a miniature temporary waterfall. It leaves one of the bears just steaming as its fire that was inside of its eyes and along its cranium and its shoulder blades is just you can see small sparks trying to come back to life as the bear is trying to shake itself of the water and right itself. And you have another action.
Wait, real quick. So
How much damage, by the way?
24 damage. Do I add any proficiency or wisdom?
No, not for a spell like that.
Okay, so just 24 damage.
Yeah.
And then I would like to cast. What's it called? Enhance ability, where I, as a cantrip. So I'm just gonna real quick just slap my hands together and then conjure go like that. An owl appears. Unfortunately, it's a baby owl. I snatch it, bite its head off.
Unfortunately, it's a baby owl.
And that is. So it's called Owl's Wisdom. The target has advantage on wisdom checks.
Sure you're not Aussie?
For this moment, I am.
Oh,
Call upon Grandpappy.
where are my caves?
And as the baby owl is in your grasp, it just looks at you with these deep welling eyes of wisdom, and it goes, "Brr, on the 3rd day of as you rip its head from its body
Wow.
and gain its wisdom.
I would like to reel back my head and then spit out the baby head. Still take the perks and cast Chaos Bolt out of my mouth. It says I hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic
I just
energy
used
at
that
one.
word.
I did?
No, I did.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
At one creature in range. And then
It one creature in range.
Okay.
I think I just rolled a hit.
All right.
I rolled my wild magic dice too.
So what does this look like, Tim?
Damn. I rolled a 19.
Definitely hits.
Wild magic doesn't do shit. Fizzes out. And then this one's a little complicated. It says I make, on a hit, target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that dice determines the attack's damage type. So,
Okay.
2d8s. This one will be the type of damage, and then this will be the plus or d6 in addition to. Whoa, Jesus. So 5, it's lightning damage, and so 6 lightning damage, 11 lightning damage.
Which one are you attacking, left or right? The one that is
The one that's prone.
Okay.
And
11
I should've
lightning
said that.
damage.
Sorry. Yeah. Is there any bonus because he's
Yeah,
covered
there
in
is.
water?
So it connects as soon as you. What is your gesture for casting?
Oh, I reel my head back and then I bring my head down and go and essentially it's like puking but with
Okay,
the chaos.
eyes curling with electric radiance. The symbol on your chest gets warm a little bit more as some energy jumps from it into your mouth, and you, as it's just like flecks of sparks are exiting your mouth as this almost like sparkler is flying forward towards this bear and
sparkler.
curling, no, like this giant.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm imagining like the effect of a sparkler, not just.
A lot of electricity. I
A
get
lot
it.
of sparklers.
The other bear's just like,
At least 10 sparklers.
yeah, it's like at
It
least
was
16
way
sparklers long.
more sparklers in my mind.
And it's connecting with the ground as these like tendrils are rolling in its wake, and the bear just looks, its eyes flare up, and you see one of those like ruh-roh as it's and you can see sort of the residual lightning effects curl throughout all of the water. Unfortunately, pretty much all of your teammates also take
I'm behind
Wait,
him.
4 points of electric damage
This would be
Wait, what?
really good
because
to
it's
see if-
because you just unleashed a tidal wave of water that is now pooling down the sides.
So
Sorry.
we all got hit by that thing.
So there's a slight numbing vibration touches your toes and curls up your legs. Says ouchies.
How much damage?
4.
What was the total damage on this guy?
22.
Oh snap!
Okay, so next up is Varkir, and then Herchek. You're up after him.
How far are the bears from me?
From you, they're about 20 feet. From everyone else, they're about 10 feet.
I want to pull my mace.
You don't
out.
take 4 points of damage.
Oh,
Sorry,
well,
you're
then
a
I
little bit
guess
farther
I
away.
get- No, put those 4 points back.
Be good if we had a battle map.
Shit.
Yeah.
There you are.
You would.
Okay, so I take my mace out, hold it above my head, and I activate. It's like a charge. It's like what's it called? Like, I don't know. It's Mace of Terror. Like, it doesn't say what this move is called. It just says I can activate it and expend 1 charge.
It essentially it pulses out a wave of horrific
Yeah.
radiance that casts fear into the enemies.
Yeah, it didn't say it casts fear. It just says that you do this and you expend 1 action, and everybody within a 30-foot radius that you choose must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute.
So who do you? Yeah, become frightened.
That's all. So I'm just gonna hold it out, activate it,
Dude.
and this wave of dark energy is gonna come washing over the bears and hopefully frighten them. So they have to do a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
You sort of see these like small, barely noticeable skulls like nipping at the air in every direction and sort of hone in on the bears as they just pass through harmlessly.
Take it.
That was cool.
They're probably immune to fear.
All right then. I guess I'll be seeing you guys.
All right. Bye.
And I put my mace away and I slowly back away.
How far are you backing away, and what are you doing anything with your bonus action?
My bonus action, I guess I am. For my bonus action, I am. What can I do? Hold on. None of these spells are bonus actions, so. Dang. I'm gonna hold my action, and I'm going to hold my bonus. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my bonus action.
You're holding your bonus action?
Yeah, for no reason.
You say for no reason?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
I don't
gonna-
think
I'm
you can
gonna-
hold
I'm
your
gonna
bonus
spin
action.
my
You're
mace
gonna
in the
hold
air.
a cough.
I'm gonna spin my mace in the air and catch it and be like, acting real cool.
Da, 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 da.
Oh wait, it's not my back. No, put it on my side instead.
You guys feel this just shiver go down your spine, and you don't quite know where the origin is from.
I'm just gonna chill in the air. Gosh.
Next up, per check.
Where am I?
You are in probably, I would say, the front next to Tim in the cluster. It would be you, Tim, and then Thunkey, Thunkey, Yurg, and then Varkir and Quenzel. Quenzel behind Varkir.
How close are the parrots to me?
See the parrots?
Yeah, the parrots.
They're about 10 feet from you.
That's why.
As one is steaming, trying to stand up, and the other looks just confident and as scary as it did previously.
And
As
then one's
menacing.
farther away?
They're both equidistance, pretty much, but about 7 feet away from each other.
I will go for the prone one.
Okay.
And I will, as I'm approaching, you just see one stomp, just when I fucking rage, and you see the storm bellow out for me.
Connecting with the residual electric energy, foot goes in and pulses out another surge of it, combining with the rest of the electrical energy. Another one.
Eyes just.
Yeah.
And I would like to do. Do I get a bonus? I'm just gonna attack since he's prone. Do I get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Then I will do 2 attacks.
4.
Plus 8.
Nope.
Okay. 8. 16.
Yes.
Sweet. Dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage. Ha!
11. So 11 bludgeoning and then 9 lightning. So
You attack him.
total 20.
You attacked him twice and you missed. Oh, okay, yeah. You said
Does the
you had
lightning do
advantage
any more
on
damage?
attacking, so
Because he's
shouldn't you have rolled that twice?
Oh
Yeah, double the lightning, double the electric damage,
Oh yeah.
and then half the amount taken by you.
Well, 6 plus 8 for the first one. Since I didn't roll
14.
advantage. Did 14 hit for the first one?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, 15. So, 26 bludgeoning plus 9 lightning.
Does the I apologize. Does the lightning happen after every single attack or after your round is finished?
Let me confirm that. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of my round, because if it did every single time,
That would be kadoosh, kadoosh, kadoosh.
Yeah. Is it in my skills? It is at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Chop.
So you also take half of the total amount of lightning damage that you dealt, because the entire area is coursing with.
I'm
water.
also resistant to lightning.
half of the half.
So what?
A fourth.
9,
Those are the
3,
Sound effects for the
Half
bear.
of 9.
4, and then half it again.
Half the
2.
2. you feel a tingle in your loins.
So you got damage because of using lightning?
Yeah, because the area has now a coating of water
Worse,
along all of it.
though. 'Cause it doubles the damage.
Oh yeah,
meta.
did my lightning do double?
It did double the damage to it.
Man, I did like 40 points of damage.
Sick, brah. Sick, brah.
Whoa.
Sick. Okay. Herchek stepping up, lightning in his trails with each footstep, just curling outward, and he takes his axe and cleaves into the prone bear in one shoulder, takes it out, cleaves in the other shoulder, and as he rips it out, lightning slams into the back of this bear, putting him down to the ground once more as he looks up defiantly at you, but he's just smoking, and just again the fire that is native to this creature is working as hard as it can to try and reinvigorate itself in this moment. Almighty! And at this, it is going to go, and it's going to jump after you, one claw, two claws, and it's going to try and bite at your shoulder. 3 attacks.
It can't do that. It can't do that.
It's like, does he know something? No, he doesn't. Fuck. Okay.
You don't get advantage on this.
19. Yeah, I know. Natural 20, 19, and a 3.
I'm gonna Stone's Endurance the crit.
Okay, what does that do?
It allows me. Where's my stone? Hold on. It lets me roll a d12 to minus the damage. But let me confirm that while you keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. As a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 3 once per short rest.
1d12 plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you basically flex.
Flex on him.
Hey, it's 4.
On a natural 20, which is probably going to be like at least 80 points.
You take 11. I'm sorry. You take 7 points of slashing damage as it gets on its haunches, hovering over you.
Is that
and
reduced?
yeah, reduced by 3. I'm sorry. 3 total slashing as it takes one arm and rakes it across your chest. 3 total slashing damage out of the 7 that it was initially dealt. So it was halved.
What's the total damage from all
And
of
then
these?
4 points of fire damage. As you notice off of the tips, it almost cauterizes the wound as soon as it bites into you, as rakes across your shoulder, throwing you in one direction. And then his second arm rakes downwards as flames are trailing it, now reignited once more.
At the last second, you just see me flex as hard as I can, and a
Take
little like
10,
light. That's like a bright lightning shield. You barely notice it. That'll be my stones. It'll be my deity's endurance.
20 points of slashing damage, reduced to 10, reduced to 6 because of the stone's endurance. So just feeling the force of this momentum, you are slapped in one direction and then clawed in the next direction as 8 points of fire damage just incinerates your left shoulder, and it nips at you, and it missed the nip, so you just barely see its teeth snap
The nip
right
four
in.
missed your nip.
No, it didn't. It wasn't 4 attacks. It was 2 attacks. It was 1, 2, 3 attacks. And
But plus fire damage.
you just barely notice it as the teeth go in front of your face. You can see the flaming inside cave, and it's just very warm breath on your face as you narrowly miss it and right yourself once more, as it is now just standing on its 2 hind legs. The next bear is going to run down the hill a few feet in front of the majority of 1, 2, and Yurg, and it's going to and just this vortex of fire hitting all of you guys. You, Yurg, and you're how far away are you? How far did you move back?
I just moved. I didn't actually say how far I moved back. I just said I moved back. So however, it can hit me if you want.
Probably half
Whatever.
movement.
Yeah.
Moved just out of range of being hit.
Like, oh, it's a nice fight.
I will say, yeah, you're just standing still as you just this wall of flame passes by you.
I can see like, your moon of fear. I can see.
Shit. 6, 5, 11,
I
13.
wanted to have my clothes burned off me anyway.
16
Sexy reveal.
points of fire damage as it's just pulsing out. It's white at the exit of his mouth and just getting more and more red as it descends down this line of flame. And you are up, Yurg. What's Yurg gonna do?
These bears are quite tough. Nothing like the last one we faced.
Did he just beat all of our armor classes?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, that was a huge failure on my part as a DM. Roll dexterity saving throw. You two, and then Yurg. I'm sorry about that.
God, it's dexterity.
Well, Yurg definitely doesn't make it.
Ooh,
Snap.
22.
Oh.
Oh. She was at a 3.
Those jade green dice don't like you.
It's a 9.
Fail. Yurg fails. Thunkey, you manage to barely just. Yeah, it's halved for Thunkey. And Yurg just gets blown down to the ground, sliding in the mud. And as the flames disappear, steam just curling off of the ground from the leftover torrent of water. Yurg slams down onto the ground and then gets sucked in by the mud as he just disappears. And then you see 2 arms made out of clay grab around the bear. And the bear is going to. You see these you see these arms come out of the mud, made entirely out of mud, grab around the bear's front arms
McGee.
and just solidify as the bear starts. Next up, and Yurg is still missing. Yurg is still not showing himself. Thunkey.
Is there like a stump or a rock I can jump up on nearby?
Yeah, there are a few.
I'm gonna jump up on one that is in clear view of the bears, but none of my teammates.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot off lightning bolt.
Okay. Also, your teammates, for the most part, from this bear's, with the exception of Herchek, from this bear's a torrent of flame, it has evaporated all of the water around.
Oh.
So your electric energy would not harm your teammates, other than Herchek.
Okay.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
really.
go for it.
Just do it.
Does he do a dexterity saving throw? And which one are you doing it at?
You should know that I'm immune to lightning.
The one that was
Can I do
closest to
that
you,
both?
or?
Are they in line with each other, kinda? Or no?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's 100 feet long and 5 feet wide.
I will say then it wouldn't be beneficial to do it on. Well, actually, no. Herchek is in between both bears. It's
Damn.
like bear, Herchek, bear.
Just do it.
I'll do it to the one closest to me, and I'll aim it so that it's not right near the bear. But this is a water damage.
You should know this.
Resistant to poop.
Herchek could see the plan in your eyes and nod his approval.
I do it. I'm gonna aim it at both bears. I'm gonna be like, well, he gave the go ahead.
Yeah,
so
you
here we go.
you look in between the bear's legs and you just see Herchek spun around like.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Can you see it? You can see it though, can't you?
What do they have to beat?
15.
Both fail.
Oh wow, 37 points.
37 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Does that get?
What are
the
you?
bears
A
what?
druid?
Yeah.
So that's 14 for me.
14, 30. It was 30. How many points?
37.
37 points
So
of
it's
damage. There are
17.
17. Wait. 17 is 34. It'd be 8.
Stay tuned for
18.
math, assassins.
18. And then, yeah, the bear in front of you, as you just see this sort of like glean off of the damp surfaces around you, as you just feel this pulse, this shocking pulse go through you and bursting through your chest.
Wait, can I understand it? Like, I know it's coming from Thunkey, and I just go, "Bah!" I want to do, like, also an intimidation kind of thing.
Okay, you feel it pulling your axe to your side and puffing your chest out. It surges through you, just like Goku and Piccolo's special beam cannon in the first season of Dragon Ball Z. You hold your chest out and open your mouth as it is surging through your body, coming out of your mouth, but the majority of it pulses through you and just mows this bear down, and it just is as tall as he was standing. He is knocked down onto the ground, and this beam goes and incinerates his flesh right off.
Falls back.
Yeah.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You can to this corpse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Swinging your
Do it.
axe upward, it connecting
19
with
19 plus a
the
lot.
electric damage. You just send this column of pulsing, curling energy up through it as well, and it just.
I rape it.
Whoa. That's a big bear.
Wow.
Nasty.
The other bear in his stuck state turns around and looks at his compadre and looks back at you guys and just lets out this billowing roar of anger. And Quenzel is up, and you.
Whoa!
Where's my turn?
Look out! Quenzel to the rescue!
What is he made
you
of?
you were second, and you held up your mace.
Oh, yeah,
And,
that was a long time ago.
A
Dang.
lot of characters.
you hear this boink, and this arrow just bounces off of the skull plating of the dire bear, and you just think dink.
It's like Quenzel, just sharpen
for being
my
drunk,
sharpen
that's,
my here
What?
take this
I
dagger.
think I got him. It's okay, Varkir.
I just tell him to sharpen his
time.
arrows. Just sharpen your arrows and just stop fighting.
Tim, you're up. As almost right in front of you, this bear is pinned down with his paws cemented into the ground.
Perfect. So I got blasted by a fire wave, and I would say you see smoke around me,
Yeah.
and I collapse. And then
Part of
what is
the-
revealed is like in an anime, fan service anime, where like you only just barely, like, a lot of my chest region is revealed now, and I'm scantily clad, essentially.
It's just
And ribbons adorning you are just like and
Slowly
falling
melting.
slowly to the ground.
Exactly. And so I roll over onto my back as my movement, half my movement.
Essentially peeling the rest of your clothing off as it's
Essentially. And then I say, I'm so hot! And then I grab my nipples, give them a twist, and then I like do the reverse where I move my head upwards, so I'm looking at the bear, like upside down though, and then I chaos bolt, and I just go, oh!
so you like arch your back upward while looking at the bear from behind, and you.
What a weird sight.
definitely Slaneshi.
Herchek doesn't see this.
He's too busy
and
having.
sexy Tim is born.
Varkir pretends like he didn't
Wow.
see it, just like, "Ooh."
Like we all in this instant of combat, just like
Oh, Tim's done attacking.
Tim's
Okay.
done attack. Okay, whoa!
What happened?
Good job, Tim. Nothing creepy about that
Okay.
at all.
Does it roll anything, or do you roll? Oh, you roll to attack, don't you?
I roll to attack.
Okay.
My wild wild magic pulls through. It doesn't.
You do have advantage because he cannot move.
Sweet.
On, you don't reroll your wild. You don't
Ooh,
reroll your wild mage.
23. Oh, we'll take it.
Nope.
No, 23 though. So I'll do this, and the green dice will be
cut it out.
the type of magic. Jesus.
I'm free.
Practicing blowing fire.
God damn.
Let's do those ones from
Two
here.
1s and a 5. Okay, so it's acid damage, and I do.
Yeah. Don't.
8 points of damage. Sexy, acidic damage. Sexy ass damage.
As you go, like this heart's energy flows out of your mouth, and then it shoots like this like sickening green liquid spurts out of your mouth in literally more similar to jettisoning of vomit out of your mouth this time. It's just like, bleh! Like
Yeah,
what
just
is it?
picture like
Exorcist.
almost like a yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Just like an exorcist.
So your head
Sex
curls
exorcist.
around once
Sex
before you do
exorcist.
it. And the bear just shivers before it's slathered with singeing, sickening acid.
I can tell from your
energy.
tone though, you're not thinking sexy.
Whatever you're thinking, sexier.
Singeing acid
50
energy
Shades of
all
Tim.
over its
That's what you gotta
wet,
think of right now.
Smoldering.
damp hide.
Exactly.
The
That's
bear
what happens
slowly
when Tim gets hit with a
shakes
blast of
its
fire.
It's a Garnier fruit.
He's so hot.
Valkyrie, you're up.
How far away are the bears from
Oh,
me right now?
I suppose you have your bonus action,
Bear.
but I'm afraid to listen.
It's okay. I'm content.
How
I got
far
mine.
away are the bears from me?
One bear's down that you can tell, and the other bear is about 15 feet away from you, I would say.
So I would rush to the dead bear, stab my sword into him, and cast Animate Dead.
That bear is,
He's dead.
I guess, yeah, he's about 25 feet away from you.
I'm
Yeah, okay.
stabbing him and casting
Taking the first opportunity, you just hear, you like, some of you get pushed out of the way from Markier as it leaves this like shivering Quenzel behind him. Don't
Staple
leave
Quenzel!
me. Okay, so this just happens. There's no, it doesn't. There's no saving throw, I guess. There's no.
Yeah, I choose zombie, of course. I
Wow.
want a zombie pyre bear.
Okay, this sort of from the you can see this portion, this line of its flesh that is just sort of bubbling from being burnt to cinder from this electrical energy, as well as this huge gash opening up its stomach, and a good portion of his face is also just missing, along with the skull that was already there. Its eyes with green flames now, and you hear this as green flames start to pour out of its mouth in just small bursts, and it.
Could I mount it with my bonus action? Like,
I'm already mounting the baby.
Yeah, you have to.
Get on
You
top
have
of
to roll a strength check to beat her check. Yeah, I can say that as it's rolling up, you just grab onto it and go with the motion as it rolls its shoulder blades and lifts its main body in the air.
Yes!
And as you're sort of cheering victory, you hear this heavy breathing, or you remember and realize and perceive the heavy breathing coming from the huge black entrance to the tree.
I then tell the pyre bear to move back towards Quenzel. I go back towards Quenzel. Come on, go back. There's something
Okay.
still in that tree, by the way. There's
Her
something
check,
still
you're
in the tree. I told you there's something still in the tree. Something big is still in there.
I rush towards the tree. Okay? Still another bear. I rush toward the other bear.
Okay.
Juggernaut. And as I get closer, I jump and I try to decapitate it with the first attack.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a natural 20 to do that, but go for it.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we believe in you.
16.
Oh, it was close.
Hits.
dude.
Wow.
You want to recklessly
Look at
attack?
you.
Isn't he, like, can't move?
Oh yeah, you get advantage.
A lot.
Yeah.
You get out of here. So for the first, that's 6, and then second attack, I'm gonna go just like again.
Like
Okay.
lumbering, like chopping wood.
Oh, thank God, it's advantage. Are you fucking
That's
kidding
not
me?
good.
So for 10 for the first one, for the second one.
Your first one comes down and you cleave into its haunches into the side of. It makes it somehow.
3. points.
Oh, it's dexterity. Never mind. He rolls with disadvantage. Oh, 1. Wow. Okay, so
Oh.
yeah. So your first attack, you come down, slamming into its hind leg, ripping it, almost dislocating one of its bones from its original holding place, and then you turn around, aiming for the neck, and come crashing down, and your axe actually gets stuck in its temple, pretty much. And everyone else sees the bear's eyes almost go cross-eyed as it hit a big portion of the brain, and you're just like trying to rip it out. And when it's with its final one in a rage of furious passion, you hear this almost like soft whisper in your head. You can't make out the words, but the essence is familiar to you. And as you register it, and the axe leaves, shoots through this entire bear's body. It doesn't touch the ground at all, even though that defies all physics. It's like this entire bear's fur stands on end as each individual one is shooting out its own sort of miniature pulse of electricity, and that bear just sits down on its ass with its hands, with its two front appendages still in the ground, and it just, as it's just,
You're welcome. I killed both of them
Can
single-handedly.
Can I tell the other bear to walk over to the dead bear? And then I chop his paws off.
Wow.
the bear's paws.
Yes, the bear that's
The one that's in the
not the one that I have, but the one that's just that Herchek just killed.
yeah.
I want to chop its paws off.
The ones that are sort of embedded in the
Hold on.
I'll
the
cement.
Combat has not ended yet. My turn's still going, Mr. Instantly.
bonus action, but
Bonus
combat
action.
has ended.
I would like to replicate its roar. Just after I like and I look towards the tree. Menacingly.
I'm
menacing.
and can I get this one's heart as well?
Yeah.
I just want his heart and his claws. His
Roll,
heart
roll,
and his
roll, on,
claws.
roll a nature check.
His heart and his claws. That's all I want.
As
That's all I want.
you go to your dark work on the last
Nature
bear to
check?
go down, Herchek in his victorious
That's a
roar
14.
bellows into the air, and almost to match his bellow, you hear this just almost brain rocking and you hear this echoing from the tree now. What'd you get on your nature check?
13.
13. You get this like mangled piece of what you think might be the heart.
And then his claws.
It's as it's sort of like it's singeing your hand as you're taking it out.
What about the claws?
And you get one claw successfully. The other claw
Alright.
is still cemented. As you guys are hearing this echoing stomp, and Yurg is just like,
What do we
claw
do?
and half
Oh,
claw.
Yurg's
Do we
here
go
now?
in-
yeah, Yurg, sorry, slicked up out of the.
Can I have like 5 seconds to go up to him, grab him by his fucking collar, be like, "You dishonor your whole group," and I let him go.
I disabled the beast.
I don't care. I know. I turn back to the.
Gray
Can I do a
skin.
perception check?
Yeah, with Herchek's outburst onto Yurg, Yurg says,
You've doomed us all.
as mid-air coming out of the tree, sliding,
Can I prepare a polymorph?
yeah, is another giant, bones protruding into its flesh. This really sickening, crazed smile across, just like jittering. And again, sort of the portions of his cheek are missing, so you can see his teeth on every side. And he looks at you all. And I guess we can keep initiative order if you want. What were you doing?
I prepared a
Polymorph. Okay.
polymorph.
Yeah, we'll keep initiative. Wait.
Yes, polymorph.
No.
Okay.
I want a
Okay.
natural.
You go first. You've prepared a polymorph. What do you? Okay. What
Oh
are you
yeah, I'd like to polymorph him.
doing? Okay. What does he roll?
Give me a moment.
Something small. I'll eat 'em.
You'll eat it?
Perfect.
Wisdom.
That's all I needed was one claw, and the heart was good as well.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
Quiet, Quenzel. Well, I'm on top of a bear, like yelling down. Quenzel, get up here. Quiet and get up
He
here.
does.
Can I tell Quenzel, like, be quiet and get up here?
Menacing. Big swack!
No, Quenzel's is just flying into the air now.
Wait, you can fly?
Get onto this. Get onto the back of the pyre right now.
Eric Hawkers
No,
have a
no,
flying
no.
speed of 30.
He's got to roll a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom
He's
saving
gotta-
throw.
Yeah. Roll to beat 13.
Beats it. As he's jumping in the air, you throw out your, or how are you? What's your gesture for this one?
Do you like stroke something?
No, I mean it's.
Do you pinch one nipple and go?
Jesus, that is so lewd. What's wrong with you people? No, I don't know. I just like I squint one eye and I take the other one and I go whoop like that, but it didn't do anything. I squeeze my two fingers like I'm gonna pinch somebody. Bleeding? A little bit. Don't worry about me.
You bled last
We
session too.
We're just in combat. That happens.
Okay, this giant, in his crazed sort of state, still this one's about like 3.5, almost 4 stories tall. You guys would come up to about a little lower than like his shin.
So is this
and
the biggest pyre bear?
Shin?
This is not a pyre bear. This
Oh,
is a
this is the
giant.
biggest
this
giant.
is a
This is the bigger
bipedal
giant.
giant. He is bigger than the previous one, and Herchek, you can hear out of his sort of wild gurgling. What you get is like they have presented themselves. All is right now. They're mine. And
No.
I'll roll initiative for this big guy.
I would say,
I did.
Tim.
It was a natural 20.
Tim, do the
No, that
whatever
doesn't
the
matter.
scary thing is you did to the
You
last
said
one.
reroll for initiative.
No, I
rerolled
said we're
twice.
keeping the initiative
I
for
know,
check.
you said re-roll it.
I never said that.
You did. You asked,
Um,
and I said yes.
To a question you never asked.
Okay, he is going to rip one of the bones out from his tricep. Just also has runes on it, and he is just gonna jump at you, Herchek.
I'd like to pull mine up and be like, I have one too.
And he's going to slam it down on you.
5.
It's a plus 11.
What?
Does he have like?
You guys fucked with the
Does he
wrong
have
person.
a stone giant strength or something? Like
You
the hand in the
take-
sky makes you have 3,600
be-
damage.
Scared. I should have rolled an intimidation roll.
Man in the
Yep,
sky
that
says
worked
otherwise.
real well against the
Prove-
pyre bears.
Prove me wrong.
The man in the sky says no.
Let me double check something first, because that was based off of memory. It might just be a 10, but I know it's either a 10 or an 11.
Either way, it hits.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay, so. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage on those. No, just kidding.
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
And?
You didn't take. I guess this would sort of. It happened in quick succession, so you'd still be raging. So 7 points of slashing damage. And you are paralyzed. There's no extra damage. You can't move. As this bone.
No saving?
You rolled a wisdom saving throw.
That wasn't it.
As this
That wasn't-
bone, you feel the pain of it piercing through
Was it
your
just 7?
yeah, just 7. You feel the pain of this bone piercing into your thigh, and it actually reaches and touches into the ground. And the pain is not that much to you, but you feel this sickeningly cold energy course through your body as everything freezes. And he's going to get an attack at advantage.
Jack, don't let
What'd you say?
Jack, don't let go.
Let go, Jack.
14 definitely hits. 14 definitely hits.
You don't know that.
As he is going to rear his knuckles back, and you can see that there are bones sticking out of his knuckles, and he's just going to punch you across the face.
How rude.
How rude.
How rogue.
Oh. 9 points reduced to 4. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as your body not being able to move, all of the force gets thrust into you as you are sure that something broke, even in your static state.
My ego.
And next up is
Single tear down her check's eyes.
Tim. Oh wait, sorry, you. Well, I guess you said you prepared something. Okay.
We try to polymorph him again.
Okay.
Bring both my hands together, and I'm gonna go. Hee!
One more time now.
And yeah, bring my fingers together. And try and no, didn't do anything.
You rolled a 15 at first, which
Which beats it.
oh, it already beats it.
It already beats it.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to hasten that spell. Can I do that proactive or retroactive?
What is it? What does hasten mean?
It means I cast it as a cantrip.
Oh, sure,
Wow.
yeah.
Sure. Yes, please. Oh, out of that spell slot. And I'd like to do another chaos bolt,
Okay.
which I'm just gonna cover up a nostril and dead stare this guy and go, reel my head back again, just sneeze like a snot rocket style chaos bolt.
All right, go ahead and roll for it.
Wild magic.
Wow.
A 1 and a 2. Jesus.
Doesn't that mean that that wild magic happens?
Oh yeah.
What?
I haven't used it. In
Why am I
so
rolling
long
this
of a
thing
time.
again?
Shit.
It never happens so much that you just don't know what it does anymore.
Wow. Ha! I cast confusion on myself. Really helpful. Man.
Oh boy, what does confusion do?
Classic tune.
Are you sure that didn't happen already? It's not perpetually cast on Tim.
Did you hear that, Max?
Perpetually casting. So, you got diamond skin, baby, and rage, and
Yeah, basically.
godlike powers.
He thinks he does at least.
He casts
The
confusion
spell
on
assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled actions. Each creature within
himself.
a
Really just sounds like
10-foot
Tim.
radius.
10-foot
Sphere.
I feel like this
No,
really
but it says
is...
on self.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is
an affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each turn to determine its behavior on that turn. Wow. And then there's a whole 1, 2,
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you
6,
say that there's a
7 through 8.
radius though?
But it's cast on self.
Yeah, but there's a radius.
Man, I didn't
You
know this was
should've
gonna
skipped
affect
over
me.
that.
Man, this sounds like it's gonna kill me.
We're all confused.
Wait, so you cast
We don't know what we're
confusion
doing.
on people around you?
Well, I'm paralyzed and I'm raged. I can't be confused.
Yeah, you cast confusion on people around you in a 10-foot radius?
Well, I don't know. The wild magic thing said cast them on self. But
Yes,
this
self.
also says each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere, centered on a point you choose. I guess that's
Yours-
me.
yeah,
Must
yourself.
succeed a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so
when you
that
cast the spell.
is
10 feet wisdom saving throw?
everybody's within 10 feet except for Quenzel.
I thought I'm on the pyre
You're-
bear 25 feet away.
No, you're on the pyre bear right next to the dead pyre bear harvesting organs.
That is true.
But isn't
And
he away
Tim
from
was
that?
right there.
So what
Thunkey
is
was
it?
right there.
Tim
Yurg is
didn't
right
kill him.
there.
He killed him.
The good news is so
You
is the
walked
giant.
over to loot because you're a
So
loot
everybody
whore.
Yeah, but
roll
Tim
a wisdom
killed-
saving
he killed
throw, I'm
him.
guessing, except for Quenzel.
It says on there at the start of each of its turn to determine its behavior for that turn.
Yeah,
So-
but this spell affects everybody immediately, so they need to roll a wisdom saving throw. So the
Sorry,
giant
guys.
wisdom saving throw beats it. That's unfortunate.
Hey.
Yurg
Yay.
wisdom saving throw. That beats it. That's good.
If it
I think
makes
I got a 23. Yeah.
when you say it beats it,
What
does
is
that
this?
mean?
Is this
it's not just above
confusion?
5.
Is it
1
fear?
does something, 2 through 6 does something, 7 through
So
8.
so to be afflicted by confusion, there's a roll.
Oh, wisdom save throw. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. yes.
Man,
really did
you are
cast
always
it
so
on
confused.
himself.
It has been,
But
it has
all
been
the
a
time.
month since he's played this character.
Maybe
But
he's
I've
not
never done
role
confusion
playing.
before.
Maybe he's role
I
playing.
rolled,
What a-
I
what a
rolled a
moment.
9, and it says that. Wait, do I have to say it?
No,
Roll?
you already did what you were gonna do. Next time you roll, and we'll see how you act. How long does it last?
Oh, I thought you
It's
told me to
already
roll.
started. Can't you tell?
I mean, other than forever.
Maybe one day. 'cause it's already
Passively.
begun.
So do I roll the wisdom saving throw now or later?
You just were afflicted. You would probably roll it later. Does it say you get a chance every time, every turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's it. All right. Next up is Varkir, and then her check.
So what is this guy in front of me doing?
He has just impaled Herchek's leg, and Herchek's body you saw froze up, and he is hovering over Herchek, blood pouring from his own wound.
I would like to look over by her check and cast Guardian of Faith right next to him. Basically, what happens? I want to model it it looks almost like a model her check. So he has a shield and a giant sword, and the shield has like a black maw that just keeps going forever on it.
Okay.
I don't accept it.
Oh, look, it's right next to you.
Her check
And,
would never wield a shield.
What he does is a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. He takes 20 radiant damage. On a failed save, takes half as much. On a successful one, whatever. You need to know. Successful, failed. Half full.
Okay. Then this creature. I'm sorry. What's the saving throw?
He must make a dexterity saving throw.
You have to beat.
14.
It's already, you can see as soon as the guardian sort of came out and formed itself as it was moving its limbs to ready itself. The giant was already like. You could see almost like the pushing of radiant light against this giant's skin and just wearing it away.
To me, it wouldn't be radiant. It would be necrotic. What? No, never mind. Yeah, whatever. Radiant. We'll leave it at radiant. It would be necrotic, but it's radiant, I guess, since the spell says it.
Wait, hold on. What is going on?
Because it does what your god does, but it says radiant damage, and I'm like, my god's necrotic, so whatever. We'll just leave it radiant.
I think Rummy just knows that there might be a difference to this
Yeah, no,
character.
whatever. Just 20. If he fails, 20 damage.
He did.
So
And-
20 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Herchek. I'm sorry, Tim Varkir Herchek. Yeah, you're up. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
It doesn't affect him.
Ooh, 16.
You slowly start to feel the warmth push through your body again, and almost get pushed back to this spike that's in your leg right now, and you can move once more, but it's still jutting out, and you can still feel dead coldness around the wound.
I would like to use my action to rip it out.
Okay. Okay, you rip it out. It's pretty much as simple as that.
I ripped it out. I'm almost dead. So I'm going to attack this thing.
You used your action to pull out.
I have 2 attacks.
You have 2 attacks. You have 1 action.
Bonus action. I lightning strike it.
No. And your aura. Sorry. Storm aura. You gain 10 feet of aura when you start your rage, and as a bonus action on each of your turns. Oh. See when activated. Takes. Okay, yeah, you just gritting your teeth into the pain. Okay, well, I mean, enjoy this lightning strike.
I have not done this any other time because I just read it. So
Oh. I'm just saying.
is that technically cocked?
I mean, it's a D6, so it fails. What? Yeah, it fails.
9.
Okay, next up is
Me?
Nope, you already
No,
did.
the
You already
combat's
did your doof.
ended. Rummy's already going for the thing that was in my leg.
Nah, I just asked you if you wanted that.
Mid combat. You okay over there? Nope. No, like, are you okay? Cure wounds.
I
Give
know
me
you.
that-
I know
give me
you're
that
okay.
loot. Give
I
me
know
that
you're
loot.
okay. I know
Doesn't
you're
give a fuck.
okay.
Anyways,
I know you're
Tim,
okay.
go.
You're a Goliath. You should be
Go,
okay.
Tim.
Oh, it's not
I was
Tim.
joking. It's not my turn.
Oh.
But I can go.
Yurg is up, and then Thunkey is up, and Yurg is going to.
I glare at Yurg.
Remember what I said.
Oh boy. He's gonna stand in front of you and take out what looks like a tool for excavating. It's like this very thin sort of shiv, and he goes,
I've lost my comrades once, and as infuriating as some of you may be, I won't let it happen again.
and everybody behind this scene just sees this tiny little dragonborn in front of this huge, menacing giant, and he's just gonna jump in. He's gonna try and attack him with a shiv. He doesn't have much.
It looks like Baal, Barash, the legend.
And he sticks it right into the giant's shin, and the giant doesn't even register it.
Not as
At
great
all.
as him though.
Now I know why his comrades died.
And he turns around and he looks at you and he goes,
Baal was better.
And I look at him, just go. That's it.
Thunkey, you're up.
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt on him.
Okay.
He has to make a dexterity. See.
All right. He beats it.
Is this giant already gone? Is it his turn yet?
The giant has gone.
After I went already?
Yeah. No, he went sort of first in his.
Okay, yeah, because if he starts his
Yeah, no, he did go.
Like that.
if he
hair.
starts his turn or whatever within 10 feet of my guardian attacks him.
Don't worry about what's going on.
The giant already got attacked by your guardian.
Yeah, but
Man,
on
you guys
his
are
turn,
antsy.
though. It's on his turn though. Like if
Okay.
he moves while on his
You're
turn,
just
he gets
jealous You
attacked.
don't have this much
Okay.
hair on your
Yeah,
legs.
I'm jealous.
Ew.
He takes 14 points.
Has that already been halved?
Yeah.
He hates lightning.
You can see it slam into him, and it connects with some of the bone pieces sticking in, and it almost seems like they absorb it. As you can see, one of the bone pieces in his forearm just highlights with the energy, and one of the runes is coursing with it now. And
Don't hit him with lightning. No.
okay, Quenzel is up, and you see, you just see like 2 different arrows fly down from the sky. Hey, both of them in the giant's neck, and whoops. Oh, hey. All right. I got him.
About time.
And the giant is up now, and he is going to take the rune out of his arm, and he's just gonna jam it into you again, Herchek, and into. Definitely connects.
It's a 1.
Actually, technically, it was cocked. 14.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's just going to jam it into you, discharging the electrical energy. You take. I'm sorry. I really am. You take 7 points of of piercing damage and 5 points of electric damage as it carves into your obliques and shoots lightning damage into you, or I guess 2 points of lightning damage. And he pulls it out, and he's going to do it again.
Was that reduced on the lightning?
By 2. And he.
I'll wait till you're done.
We're looking a little bit better.
Actually, I'm sorry. Now he's going to grab you with his other hand, and he's going to pulp you.
Pulp?
That's not a move.
What does that mean?
It means he make a strength saving throw, her check, or an
like
opposing
the-
strength check.
Advantage.
Wow.
Pulp, he's giving you more health.
14 is what he got.
So it's just strength?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so you beat him. So his huge hand. Yeah, exactly. Just like one entire hand around a finger and the other one at his thumb, and you're just like, "Ugh!" And you can see Herchek just being pushed back as this arm is just almost easily pushing him forward. But it's not crushing him. And the giant's just like,
Are people impressed?
I mean, that's up to them.
We're all clapping. Yay.
Roll to impress him.
Yeah.
10. If it's charisma, 11.
Okay, next up, Tim, Varkir, then Herchek.
Did he move on that on that turn for the giant?
The giant did not move, no, but he's still in the radius.
Because
Does
it
that make
says
sense?
like I don't get this really,
Cannon.
but it
Come on.
says
What?
Come
the
here.
Guardian of Faith,
Cannon.
like any hostile creature that moves to a space within
It
10
wasn't
feet of
for
your
pets.
guardian for the first time on a turn must
For your
succeed
own
on a
health and
dexterity
safety.
saving throw. So I don't know if that means he moves.
As his arm is sort of pushing you away from him, as his arm is pushing you away from him, Herchek, you can see that his hand is just being singed by this white radiant light, and he pretty much automatically fails this one.
So 20 more damage, radiant. That's it. That's 40 damage total that my guardian has done.
Yeah.
20 more damage. He disappears after he does 60 damage. So yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So Tim, you're up. Then Varkir. Then Herchek.
What do we get? Do I need to roll against the confusion?
Oh yeah, you do need to roll against confusion, and then you need to roll what happens to the confusion if you fail. You fail.
Should you quit rolling that one?
All right. What happens, Tim?
Wait.
Roll a d10.
No. I'd like to use
A point of luck.
no. Come on, man. That's the camera's on me. I would like to use my Tide of Chaos.
What is Tide of Chaos?
Once per long rest, I get to gain advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving
Oh,
throw.
okay. Didn't you already use that though?
No, I tried to use it. Well, I asked whether or not it would affect, like, the Giants roll or whatever. 15.
I mean, it's your DC, so
Oh, it's against my DC?
isn't it?
I beat it. My spell save DC is 13.
Okay, then you are back to yourself, but you don't have any other action. You used it to thwart your own madness.
Not even a bonus action?
No, it's your entire turn is dedicated to. Well, you can have bonus
Fine.
action.
In slow motion, I shrug off. And there's like drool.
Actually, I'm sorry. I
That's-
think you do still have your movement and your bonus action.
Are you
Well,
alive?
Wait.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I will shake off the confusion attempt on myself. Wild mage. And then snap off a firebolt.
Okay. Go for it. Roll to attack.
Ah! Okay.
The classic.
Um. 14.
Misses.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
It's a big target to miss. It's okay. You just came out of confusion.
Yeah, you know.
Your fire almost wildly spins as soon as it leaves your finger and arcs around, disappears into one of the bone shards sticking out of him and flares in its rune flares red.
I got him.
If you think that, yeah.
We just said it impacted his bone shard.
Yeah, the shard of the bone that is sticking through him, whereas one had electric energy from Thunkey, another one
I'm
just
rolling for
absorbed
damage.
your. Okay, you can do that. Next up, Bartier.
So, is how far is her check from me? About 20, 25 feet?
No, her check is pretty close to you.
Pretty close? Alright, so then I'm going to cast a Sanctuary on him. Like, just point my hand out. It's going to look a little weird. It's going to be like half light, half dark energy, like blasting at him. And it's going to cover him with like a fake, like, fog, I guess, kind of. And basically, anybody who attacks him now has to do a wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack altogether.
Okay.
Man, you should have cast that on me when first the pyre bearers, man.
So that was a bonus action. So Sanctuary has bonus action.
All right.
How long does that last?
1 minute.
Oh.
And then for my other thing, I would like to cast.
I'm just loading music. Loading noise.
Yep. How far is everybody from me?
They're all in pretty close proximity.
Within 30
except
feet?
for Quenzel. Quenzel's actually probably still in 30 feet, yeah.
But Quinzel's on the bear with me.
Quenzel's not on the bear with you. He did not come to the bear with you.
Well, I was like, come here, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm flying up to the bear.
No, he just started flying up in the air, like
Oh,
away.
that bastard.
Sounds the same.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing in a 30-foot radius, all on everybody.
Does that affect?
Fully
Actually, no,
healed
wait,
then?
never mind. I can't do that. That's completely false.
Don't you ever.
So instead, I am going to I'm going to point my hand at the giant and cast blindness on him.
Okay, what does he roll?
A Constitution saving throw.
He rolled an 18. And another 18.
Gosh dang it. So
High rolling giant.
It's
got giant stats.
Wait a minute.
Bah! Bah! Bah!
Oh, well, yeah. That's quite. Yeah. So it looks like he is not deafened or blinded. And I'm just like, all right, well then, you suck then, giant.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Okay, her check.
Still standing. Still her checking. Gonna go for his calves, ankles. Gonna go for his Achilles tendon.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It was a 7. 18 first one.
Okay, hits.
Second one, is it a 6 or a 9? Is it a 6 or a 9 before I re-roll it?
It's 9.
9. Okay, 9. So plus 8, so 17 and 21.
Yeah, both hit.
Where my D12? Oh yeah, I threw that D12 away.
What?
Nothing. Right?
8 for the first one. Oh, sorry, 10 for the first one. I have not been adding my rage this entire time.
Oh.
So 8 for the first one, and
Well, he's pretty much retroactively dead.
11 for the second one. Would you stop it? And then Dex.
Dexter's Lab. I don't know why.
Yeah, got a 19.
That was-
Beats
20. So 4 is reduced to 2, so 23 points. 20.
That was Dexter's Lab to the theme of Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh my god. 23 points of damage. in total.
23. Okay. All right. As you swiftly slide behind his leg, just cleaving into the back of his legs, just black ichor shoots out as you're almost. You notice, and it's a lot of his skin is already scarred and dripping with already solidified blood, and you're just almost opening up old wounds to him.
Can I use my never mind. Bonus action was good thing to note that the aura, the lightning, is a bonus action.
Oh, every time it's a bonus action?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you
So-
for being honest.
Yeah. So when I first initially go into combat and rage, I can't use it.
Okay,
For the future.
That's good to know. Yurg is actually he's up now, and he's going to lean down, almost put his hand into the ground, and he's going to chuck a boulder as the mud is coming up and it's solidifying as he's throwing his arm upward, and the boulder's almost at the edge of his knuckles as he releases it.
We have a
First sentence.
dirt throw in our party.
Bonus action, I see. Okay. And he's just going to throw a boulder from the ground at him.
Rock thrower.
Shit. What'd I roll?
2.
13.
It's a 2.
13.
3 plus 1. 3
Plus-
minus 1
Okay,
is a
wow.
2.
That impacts as the giant headbutts it, shattering the boulder, but it stumbles back as it was more powerful than it thought, and his back foot actually lurches over you as he catches himself to balance.
Hey, my guardian, he moved.
And he takes 9 points of
Wait, you move?
bludgeoning damage.
Attack of opportunity.
No. Yeah, no. This guy is way too big for that to happen. Okay, next
All
up
the
is
more
Thunkey.
reason.
Yeah, it's all the more reason it should happen because he's so big.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
Yes, he is. Sure.
I'd like to hit him with this wand.
Okay.
Whip it.
You-
Whip it good.
Nine.
9 points of damage. Okay. Wait. No, you just rolled a 9 to hit? Don't you have to roll to attack?
I wasn't sure.
Automatically
yes, I
hits.
do. For some reason, it didn't say it on this side, so I was
It's like, I'll
is-
take your word for it.
is
You must
this
roll
just
high.
Instantaneous? So, never mind. 20. On that.
Yeah, hits. And then 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. You guys see this just like white gunk splatter on the giant's eyes as you hear.
That's what she said.
Perfect shot. I still got it.
Quetzal, what did you just throw at him?
As he's like lifting up his trousers midair.
Yep.
And
okay.
the giant's like.
That is some nasty
almost
stuff.
gouging almost like gouging out his eyes.
He moved. My guardian hits him.
And yeah, he's just like stumbling around. And next up is the giant, and he is going to at disadvantage. Actually, first he has to go against Sanctuary. He's going to try just kicking you.
Real
Like-
honorable.
16. Does that beat Sanctuary?
Mm-hmm.
And then at disadvantage, actually we'll do these. Yeah, either one of them hits as you take.
What's going on here?
I was like, why is he getting two
you
attacks?
take
Just fucking kill me.
just fucking kill me. 9 points of bludgeoning damage
I'm out.
reduced to 4 as her check.
Oof.
Are you out?
No, I'm getting close though.
As he kicks you and actually make a strength saving throw.
$15.
I forget if it's DC or. I think you. Well, I think you beat it.
No more
I
rolling
think
the
it's
mammoth
fine.
dice.
So you get kicked and you just sort of like move your body out of the way just enough to just spin out of the way, but your ribs are just pulsing with angry pain. And he just kicks you, jumps, and is going to haymaker you, Tim.
I dodge.
Dodge roll. You
does 16 hit your armor
damage.
class?
Oh, he dodged. Didn't you hear him?
Dodge rolled. He dodge rolled out of the way.
As long as you say it before the attack.
And
But he moved, so he he takes 20.
luck.
Either
Does
20
that
damage or nothing.
does that work against armored class?
Can't you use your luck
Armor
on...
class?
Yeah. Can I use my luck for in place?
Can't
I think you can use your luck to have him roll again, maybe.
Reroll. You should read luck real quick.
But to let you know, he has a very high modifier.
Okay. Well, I always want to be punted.
10. No, he's haymakering you down to the ground, and you take 9 points of damage and roll, strength saving throw.
Well, that's not a fucking punt.
As just this massive planet is coming down.
Is it strength saving?
Yeah,
saving
strength,
throw?
strength saving. I think you beat it.
6 or 15.
You just in your crazy or just coming out of crazy state, your mind comes back to you as the shadow is coming down and this huge knuckle is coming right at you, and this secondary kind of craziness comes at you as you just throw both of your sort of taut, stringy, muscled forearms in the way and block as you but it's still just pulsing with fiery pain again.
As he is retracting his giant hand,
You get an attack of opportunity, and so does Yurg. What's up?
do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, because he hasn't left you yet.
But his punch, though.
6 points of damage.
Why is that an attack of opportunity?
8 points. 8 points. Added the rage.
His hand is moving away from me.
You can.
I'd like to try and bite him.
Scrape it with your. Sure, but just hold off on that. Yurg attacks him for I think just. Oh no, yeah.
Oh my god.
2 points of damage, and he's going to now spin from you, and he's going to just slam his head down into Thunkey.
No.
He's just like on his last
20.
legs.
And now you get an attack of opportunity, Tim.
He was whipped.
Okay, so yep, that hits. You mother God! I haven't been adding his strength to any of these attacks.
You don't.
But now I will.
Not start.
But now I
You
will.
shouldn't start
So
now,
you
'cause
take
that's not fair.
you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as these wide, crazy eyes just slam into your head, forehead colliding with forehead, as you hear this crack and whiteness takes over your eyes as you are down into the yellow moss beneath you. And what'd you get, Tim, as your attack of opportunity?
I
Don't you dare roll that fucking great one. Don't you dare.
He says,
Just
Yeah,
roll a different dice.
her check
I
as
don't have
he's
another
sort of
dice.
in this rage running through you
Yeah,
guys.
roll this way. It doesn't roll
you can see blood just
I don't know.
flying off in different directions
really?
as he's headbutts
Yeah, I said it doesn't
Thunkey.
roll good.
A
but,
huge
hey,
spurt
better
of
than
blood
what you
comes
have,
off of his
yeah.
forehead as well.
I'd like to
And-
use luck.
Yeah.
Roll this one.
And you did
Yeah.
worse, huh?
Wow.
Told you
Yeah,
not to roll.
way worse.
Get rid of that
Should've
dice
at
set,
least picked
man.
Up another day.
That whole
So
dice
what's
set
happening, Tim?
is just unlucky.
Nothing's happening. Except for maybe his death.
You should have just kept the other roll.
Does 14 do anything?
No.
well, then nothing happens.
See, it's more like you nip at him as he jumps away. You're like, "Ah!"
Exactly. But I do lick my lips.
All right.
Can't stop me from doing that.
No, he can't.
And
You got blood on you with AIDS.
Herchek, you hear him like in his wild fit, just mumble things like,
I will take you. You will be my keys. You will gain us entrance.
as he's just like bashing you all, and he ends with a powerful headbutt to Thunkey, knocking Thunkey unconscious. And next up is Tim, and then Varkir.
You may want to try that trick you used on the first one, Tim.
Oh, as Varkir, your guardian
he
pulses
did,
out.
he did 60 damage?
Yeah, he did 60 damage. This guy is at 146 damage right now.
He's a giant, so it makes sense. I'm a giant. I'm a giant.
I'd like to
much damage
hold
I've taken?
my teardrop staff out with both hands on the staff, and the teardrop is parallel to the ground. And I'd like to point my index fingers out and yell and like push the staff out like twice, just like bah bah, and try to do 2 fire bolts back to back using the I said hastened, but it's actually quickened. The sorcery points for meta magic. So I roll. All right, I'm gonna roll this d20 twice, and then I'll roll my wild magic twice. 12, so 17, and then 12.
Hey, and better than a 1.
But I would like to use my luck and re-roll this last one.
Isn't that... How many more lucks do you have?
I only have 1 luck left.
Okay.
Use this brown one.
First one hits, second one doesn't.
Uh, 18.
Both hit.
You're welcome.
Sweet. Roll damage.
In times
For
of
firebolt.
desperation,
Thank you.
the brown dice will be used.
Fireball 2d12, d12 or
I have-
2d12?
Wait, hold on. What? Wait, did I already do wild magic?
No.
Okay. Where is it? So the first one.
Is this is this like a 10-hour just loop?
30 minutes. Here, we'll do something a bit more apropos.
It's a little late for that since we're about to end combat.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm about to bring the noise. Just wait for my turn. It's gonna be legend.
I'm waiting for the encounter
Dare.
music. I haven't heard that. Pokemon encounter music.
15 for the first one.
15 points of damage?
Yeah. And. Cocked.
I keep my
Just looks
ideals
cocked.
alive, like your beard.
Um,
No shave.
14 points for the second one.
Okay.
It's only in
How do you want to do this?
Yay! See what?
Rip his head
my
off!
turn was
Rip his head-
legendary.
Get it?
Put your teardrop
Decapitate him.
You
strap
can
up his
combine
butt.
both fireballs.
Destroy his
you know,
spine. Destroy his
You
spine.
can knock his legs out from under him with one
Yeah.
fireball.
Incinerate his
and
Teardrop
body.
stab up his butt.
and then blow his
Teardrop
head up
stab
with
up
his
his
other
butt.
fireball.
Like,
So
two-
Thunkey,
two
you can see
cantrips.
as you
Give him an
like,
enema.
nip at him, and then like sort of even a higher form of clarity comes to you as you hear the, and you see Thunkey just
Give him an enema
Okay.
with your teardrop.
Into
As
the
soon
end
as
of the
I
ground.
see that, zoom into my eyes as you see fire start to the coals just ignite. And then one fireball drops down and you see, and then I shoot it off. And then the other firebolt ball in my eye, that happened after I saw Thunkey, drops down and I shoot it out.
Of his nip.
And then they land into his eyes, and you just see them searing into his skull. You know how you see like in cartoons where it's like ching in people's eyes, but like that little image of the fire,
yeah.
it just goes down. Like it leaves my eye. You see my
You just-
eye,
you just hear
and it goes
like-
like inside.
You just hear like
me.
a door open, and then like Like the fireball is running down your body into your fingertips.
Yeah.
Midway through it.
It's a very unhealthy body.
Oh, go with that. Works for me.
He turns
buff.
around and the reflection of the fire coming out of your fingertips in slow motion highlights his eyes in this red fiery flame as it's just coming towards him, and all you guys hear is as it just goes right into his eye, cauterizes it. He like looks around like, oh, and then just his head just clumps flying in every direction. Black Icarus blood just spilling on everything. Thunkey is completely covered.
I died
and he
out
just
of the way.
Nasty.
his body falls over and on top of Thunkey.
No! Why?
Could I? Never mind.
Could I?
And combat is
could I
ending.
could I have dove?
You
Towards...
roll a dexterity saving throw or check. And
Oh, he sits at the end.
Again. What are you doing?
just trying to fuck everything up, man.
What are you doing?
So can I go to those spikes that are hanging out of the giant and pull them out and try and stuff them into the pyre bear that I'm riding?
18. I want to dive on top of Thunkey.
Oh, on top of Thunkey.
I'm trying to save her.
Oh, okay. Just before this, honestly, it's a very large creature. So, with your dexterity saving throw, you managed to get under the giant, and now roll a strength saving throw. Or strength, yeah, saving throw.
Okay, it's good. Okay, so 16, 21.
Forearms, knees, as you're over Thunkey's body. His torso has landed on your back, pushing you into the ground, and blood is spilling out over your shoulder and down in between you and Thunkey.
I'm just gonna. Tim, look here! Come help me!
I'm gonna cast.
You just see this mud form up and start trying to push the giant up as you're casting.
I would like to cast Tidal Wave and try and like wash the giant. Does that seem feasible?
That's gonna drown everybody.
Unless you want me to just fucking die. Why don't you just come like scurry under and grab?
Okay.
Let's not make this all complicated.
I mean, it damages
that.
people, doesn't it?
And it stays there. A lot of water. And under a heavy
I
being.
can control exactly how it. Okay, fine. I run over and I try and grab. I'm trying to grab.
Oh, shit, animate dead on this motherfucker.
I can't. I'm out of spells.
The one time that I need.
I'm gonna try and grab Thunkey and pull him out from under.
Okay, you can slowly feel the weight, her check pushing you down and down, deeper onto your shoulder now as one arm is still holding him up. Tim just barely pulling Thunkey out. Roll a strength check.
My forte. 1.
Natural.
Natural one.
Natural 1.
You just get rid of
So
all.
you're
of
just-
this.
You see
All of
Tim's
your
wrinkled
dice.
gnarled hands like try and grip around Thunkey's fabric and just pull Thunkey out, and then like grab Thunkey's hair and like ball it up and can't really
God.
get Thunkey out of this, and then Tim just like slips down and
Elbows me
lands.
in the throat.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Valkyr's
Oh, no,
running
no,
up to help and assistance. Be vocal.
As
Say something, Rami. Do
I
something.
already said I was running out.
Tim has fallen in between you and Thunkey in the exact like amount of the exact space in between. So now you're just pressing down on both of them and they're trapped now.
Goodness.
And Thunkey, roll a death saving throw.
Rami, please be more
And-
vocal.
oh, hold on.
I'm gonna use spare the dying on Thunkey.
It's almost like layer upon layer of mud is pushing up out of the ground as Yurg has both of his arms embedded into the dirt and is just pushing wave after wave on this giant, pushing him out of the way. Roll another strength check. What are you doing, Sparky?
Spare the dying on Thunkey. So I reach in there as far as
16.
I can and just
You can't
tap
tell
her.
the difference between being unconscious and being conscious in this
Yeah.
point, where it's all just black and pain,
Ah.
and
you just
feel
hear a
crushing
lot of
weight.
yelling from me.
Yeah, like
I'm right over you.
So
Like
now, she's now stable. Yeah.
So do I have 1 hit point now?
Yeah, you do.
Picture John.
16.
Finally, you, with the help of Yurg and the unconscious form now of Tim, and the barely conscious form of Thunkey, Thunkey starts to gasp awake as breath is now returned to you, and you just feel this sort of stench over you as this wrinkled form, naked, completely naked, wrinkled form.
Not
is on
completely
top of-
naked. I'm
God.
scantily clad.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's like
'Cause
a
that's better.
ribbon over him of cloth.
I'm provocative.
yeah. Just barely revealing the necessary parts of his body. Okay, with all of you guys licking your wounds from this battle, you've noticed that the breathing actually hasn't stopped.
Can I take
in
the
in
spikes out of the giants and stab them into the pyre bear to see if they do anything?
Has combat ended?
combat has ended?
I would
yes.
like to just start just taking my axe and I'm dismembering him completely, starting with the head, like not
Okay,
stopping until it's. Or the head's gone. The head's gone.
head's completely gone. Yeah.
So he's still breathing.
No, he's not breathing.
There's different breathing coming from the tree now.
Oh boy.
I would like to roll initiative.
Round 3,
As
baby.
3 giant forms leap from the tree.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a nature. Actually, I'm sorry. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit. I missed
Is
that
the body
completely.
off of me?
It's cocked. It's cocked. See?
As soon as you hear, as soon as you grab one of
Look
the
at that.
shards, yeah, the body's off. It's rolled over to the side. It's not obscuring anybody
But
anymore.
that would be
You're a flash
10,
as
11,
shadows
12, 13, 14, 15,
crawl
16. That'd be
across your
16.
eyeballs.
That'd be 16 though.
Varkir.
I have a +5 on.
Wait, why did you roll?
I have a +6 on wisdom.
Was that your initial roll?
It was. What was it? It wasn't 11. It was a 6, I think.
Yeah, it was a 6.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I was like.
I pushed it a bunch. I was just like,
Yeah.
But you have plus what now?
I have +6.
No, still. At a 12, you fail as these shadows curl over your eyeball, enveloping you in darkness, and you just hear this as just this flash of, it might not bother you as much, but it's like torturous scenes of darkness and screaming and stretching pieces of skin just flood through your system for a second, and you see Varkir just almost crawl away instinctively from this body and clutch his brain and get into the fetal position as he is the first time you've seen Varkir
That
actually
wouldn't do
take to
that.
some sort of nightmarish scene. This is, unfortunately, it's an effect as opposed to just like, oh, you know, it's something that you don't have control over. And if it's not, if the scenes of death and what have you don't affect you, wouldn't affect Varkir, then it's whatever Varkir would be afraid of. In a
Life.
split instant to send a shudder
Okay,
down.
love.
your spine.
happy people in life.
It's just the
like, oh, look at all this
custard.
like,
Varkir and a bed of flowers.
Okay, and Quenzel flies down and sort of like slumps down, catching himself.
Tell
and he,
Quenzel to
like,
grab it.
tightens his
Quenzel,
belt.
grab that happy piece of log for me.
That happened to you? No,
It's
I
so-
don't think
It's so cheery. You love cheer, don't you?
Roll a deception check.
At advantage, he's drunk.
To 12, I guess. If it's an advantage, then 12.
No, I'm not touching that guy.
I have one on my hip already, and I point to the already bone shard that's on my hip. Like, look, see, I just need another one, but I can't grab two. It seems.
Just
he's
throws
sober.
it right next to you.
That's okay. Grab the other one, please.
And that is where we will pick up next time. Where
Bastard!
all of you guys are cleaning yourselves off of either fecal matter, blood.
Before we do it, I'd like to roll over my back and just go, and just collapse and just tired.
I'd like to do a medicine check on him.
I
and
was
just-
gonna do another roar, but I'm like,
I'll do a medicine
Yeah.
check on her check.
As the breathe.
I'm good. I'm proficient in medicine. Do a medicine check on him. See if
You're
he's
in
okay.
fear.
As the deep, heavy breathing is still emanating from the tree.
Show yourself.
Pointer like, we're not fighting that. Let's walk away.
No, we should definitely fight it. We're
We
totally.
will pick up this next time, as no progress was made on Dragon Ball Z.
We just powered up the whole episode.
Thanks for watching, SASANS.
Damn it.
What will happen next time? Will
We all die.
they succeed?
Will we
Who
meet
knows?
King Oren?
Thanks for joining us, SASANS, as always. Until fate
Next brings us together.
And never stop playing
role-playing games.
Role-playing games.
Ah!
Role-playing games.
One of these chaps is not like the other.